Hey guys, JCC2224 here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Hasbro Marvel Spider-Man movie removable mask Green Goblin figure. This is the 6-inch figure, and I really like it. Now, my good friend, the Comic Figure Blog, sent this my way because he knew how much I really wanted a movie Green Goblin figure. He had one he didn't really want anymore. So he sent it my way, and I'm going to be sending him a really cool package. So yeah, guys, this figure is really cool. If you like yourself movie Green Goblin, I would say this is probably the definitive one. Mostly because of the removable mask, which is nice, but I mean, I can see why some people would like it. I can see why some people wouldn't. Either way, it's a feature this figure has. Also, I can see why people don't like this design. I myself, this is Green Goblin to me. Yeah, I grew up with the Spider-Man movie. To me, this is Green Goblin. I don't know any other Green Goblin. I'm not familiar with the comic of Green Goblin with the latex mask and the purple and all that. To me, this is Green Goblin. I absolutely love the heck out of this design. I love the portrayal. It's really corny, but I really like it. And this figure, I feel like, really accurately portrays Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe. I almost forgot, but I remembered. So yeah, guys, this guy comes with 3 accessories, or 4 actually, counting the mask. He comes with 2 of these pumpkin bombs, which, taking a look at this is pretty nice. As you can see, it's almost impossible to put in his hand, so I actually just rubber band it to his hand. However, like I said, he comes with 2, so let's take a look at one without being on his hand. And as you can see, it's a pumpkin bomb. It looks nice. I like the green paint on it, and I feel like it was pretty accurately done compared to the movie. So yeah, I like that a lot. He also, of course, comes with his Gilder. I really like his Gilder. And if you don't know why I'm calling it a Gilder, just look up Spider-Man 3 bloopers. It's that I loved that as a kid, and I still love it today. So yeah, his Gilder is actually looking pretty good. I like the paint wash they put on the gray parts of the Gilder, and also the bluish purple. I want to say it's more purple. And I like just how they did the wash on it. It looks really nice. Looks really dirty. Looks like it is flying through the air and just being used and abused. The bottom of it, too, is really detailed. And I really love the heck out of it. It's such a cool looking Gilder. I cannot get enough of how cool this Gilder looks. So nice. And in here, you can actually see there are little pumpkin bombs in here that actually are individual pieces inside of the plastic. You can see it's rolling around. And you can see they painted a little bit of green right there. So these are pumpkin bombs. They're kind of not to scale pumpkin bombs, but I mean, what can you do, honestly? That is an issue with the figure that a lot of older Spider-Man figures have. His head's kind of loose. And also one complaint you can see the Willem Dafoe had in the back, but honestly, for most poses, it's not really that noticeable, so it really doesn't bug me at all, really. Let's remove the figure off of the base so we can take a look at how it attaches to the Gilder. As you can see, he's got nice little foot pegs there, which are really sturdy. And the Gilder is also on hinges on both of the sides of the Gilder. So the Gilder is really nice. Yeah, just look up the Spider-Man 3 bloopers. You'll understand why I'm saying Gilder. So let's take a look at the figure itself, because the figure itself is honestly where this, figure shines. Kinda literally, because the paint they used on the green is actually really glossy, and I'm a huge fan of it. Looking all over his body, you can see this green paint they used is just so nice. It's pretty much the only paint detail on him besides like these little strands of like silver or copper. I can't tell. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's like gold and silver. I'm pretty sure it's like the gold little bands and then the silver like tube. I don't know, but it looks really nice. I'm a huge fan of it. The back of the figure is also pretty nicely detailed. A lot of people call this design like a Power Ranger. To me, it's always kind of felt more like an Iron Man armor to me, especially with these shoulder pads. It's so weird, but it's so cool. Kind of ironic because Norman Osborn in the comics, he's oftentimes the Iron Patriot, so overall, really nice details all over the figure. Let's look at his final accessory, and that is the mask. Now, this mask design as a kid, I loved it and I hated it at the same time because it was so cool, yet it was so creepy. I just love the design and I love how they portrayed the mask in this plastic. Looks so nice. Now, of course, it is removable. That's kind of the point of the figure. And looking at the inside of the mask, you can see it's got a really funny looking Norman Osborn face imprinted in it, as well as just a little nub up there to actually go on top of his head and kind of keep it on a little nicer. So here's the Willem Dafoe face. The little nose thing. The comic figure blog told me it came like that. So what can I say about this head? It looks kind of like Willem Dafoe. I mean, I can't really deny that. The hair is okay. I do appreciate the different colors. It's very loose, like I've said before. It's very, very loose. But I mean, it looks like Willem Dafoe. Well, what more can I say? It's Willem Dafoe. So I'm never gonna display him without the mask, but I really appreciate it. So I can, if I want to, do some photography or some articulated comic book art. What I can do, I could recreate the death scene if I want. That'd be pretty cool. The wound that pierced his body came from your glider. No, it's his own glider. Oh. So let's look at the I love those bloopers. So let's look at the articulation on the sky, and then I'll do some size comparisons. So his head's pretty much just on a swivel. That's it. It's just on a swivel, a very, very loose swivel. I can't really say if yours is going to be that loose or not. It can look up a little bit, and it can kind of look straight. It's very give and take. Least favorite part of the figure right here is the abs. They go side to side, and they go back a little bit, but they don't go forward at all. That actually legitimately irritates me. Shoulders go up pretty far, as well as his shoulder pads actually being on a hinge. Biswept swivel. Dual hinge elbows, almost called him knees. And then right here at the wrist, well, if you can see it, it's got a swivel at the wrist, then it's got a hinge at the wrist, and then it's got finger articulation, which I really much appreciate. So if you want him having fists, or if you want him to sort of semi-hold the bombs, you can go ahead and do that, but, just look at what I did with the rubber band if you really want to see how it's actually going to hold the bombs. Dang it. There you go. In actuality, that's the only way you're going to get him to hold the bombs. Does have a swivel at the waist. He has pretty nice hinges at the legs. They're loose down below, like when they're like this. But once they reach past that point, they're very nice and tight. They go outward all the way, so he can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's got a nice thigh swivel, dual hinge knees. He has a boot cut, which I very much appreciate, especially for some more complex gilder poses. Almost called it a glider, so I had to switch what I was saying. He actually has, I believe, a ball joint at the ankle right here, as well as a hinge. And then the ball joint can also rotate a bit. And a good old toe articulation. So this guy is really, really poseable. And I very much like that. So let's give you some size comparisons, and then I will, call it a day. So there is the Green Goblin. One thing I've always been curious about: if he wasn't green, what would his name be? Would it just be Goblin, or would it be Hobgoblin? Oh, it's a Green Goblin when he's not green is Hobgoblin JC24. You should know that. So here he is with the Marvel Legends 6-inch magnetic Spider-Man. So as you can see, he's kind of thin. Honestly, he's kind of thin in his proportions, which I really don't mind. He's also kind of short, too. I mean, I don't really know how tall Willem Dafoe is, so I really can't say that. Here he is with this, light-up eyes Spider-Man. I think the Spider-Man figure's kind of really tall. I don't really know. And here he is with the good old Bucky Cap mold. So as you can see, he's kind of short. Yeah, he's kind of short for a Marvel Legends 6-inch. I really don't know what to say. Well, Marvel Legends are usually kind of taller, so I guess he's more with the realistic 6-inch scale, like talking Dark Knight Movie Masters and Black Series 6-inch. Kind of more in that scale instead of the higher Marvel Legends scale, which I don't mind that at all. I'm very happy they went for the smaller size, just because it's a little more realistic to me, and it's not, comically out of proportion, kind of literally. So, guys, that's been my review of the Marvel, we'll just say Marvel Legends 6-inch Willem Dafoe Green Goblin. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at this really awesome figure. Once again, I'm very, very happy that the Comic Figure blog was able to send this my way, because I've been looking for this figure for so long. He's very, nice to pose, honestly. I really enjoyed this figure. So, guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I cannot talk today. I've filmed 3 videos today, so I'm probably running out of steam. Comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my Facebook page if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and I would say May the Force be with you, but, I'm filming this on May the 4th, so, May the Force be with you, or, how about this? Godspeed, Spider-Man. How about that? Peter, don't tell Harry, haha. But Harry's gonna figure out anyway, because Spider-Man's a horrible secret keeper. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure to... I already said that. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye-bye.